Whenever I first came to Mizzou, it was very daunting to see that the incoming class of freshmen was bigger than the entire population of my hometown. So I was really afraid that I wouldn't have a community or a place where I could feel at home and belong. But I very quickly realized that that would not be the case whenever I met Dr. Conklin from the Kinder Institute. She was so warm and welcoming to me, and I found myself feeling very comfortable very early on. We discussed DC architecture and its connections to political philosophy and really nerded out. And I realized from then on that I would do everything in my power to be a part of the Kinder Institute.
Optimism, but this is not how people usually talk about graduate school.
So I have done just about every program that Kinder has to offer because I just couldn't get enough. My summer in Washington, DC was probably my favorite experience throughout undergrad. So I have lived for Missouri my entire life, yet this program allowed for me to live for 2.5 months in our nation's capital. That summer was completely life-changing for me. I remember arriving at the Wish student housing apartments in Woodley Park. As my other roommates arrived, we sort of sat around the kitchen table at Wish and started discussing how we were all just as scared as one another. And so within the first day, we all bonded and we all got really close. We were able to experience DC together, to study together, and to come home after our internships to talk about our experiences every day. I was able to intern at a nationally competitive program through a nonprofit that does work that I'm really excited about. But the personal aspect was also very important. I grew a lot. I learned how to ride the metro. I learned how to navigate a big city. And I don't necessarily think that would have been possible if I went to Washington, D.C. by myself to intern alone. The community that was created through the Kinder DC Scholars Program was a really big part of that, I think. We all grew and learned together, and that was critical. My experience at Kinder has definitely informed the way that I feel about my education at the University of Missouri. It really transformed my experience here as an undergrad. I have been a lot happier and a lot more excited and intellectually curious as a result of the opportunities involved in the Kinder Institute and other Mizzou programming. I have been able to really enjoy college. If I had a chance to tell the Kinder Foundation and Rich and Nancy Kinder anything, I think that I would start off by giving them a resounding thank you so much for providing me with the opportunity to do things that I had never dreamed were possible before. They allowed for me to dream big. They allowed for me to explore my passions and my dreams, and I am endlessly grateful for the ways in which my undergraduate experience has been transformed by the Kinder Institute. My time here at Mizzou would definitely not have been the same without them.